Good morning or evening, friends. Starting off with something a little new this time. I'm going to run through this DiscJam. I'm going to go through a tutorial and I think a match on this. Just kind of get you to know what's going on. I actually really like this game. A lot. And I can't run apparently. But I was waiting for Windjammers to come out. And for whatever reason, they still, I don't think, even to this day, has an announcement date for the PSN version of Windjammers. But while it's on the way, we've got DiscJam coming out. Think of it like tennis with a frisbee. And I want to say tennis for a specific reason, because there are drop shots and lob shots and that kind of thing. And it plays a lot more like tennis with walls and a disc and a frisbee. Yeah. And it actually is pretty fun. It's a fairly simple system. Most of your throws are those direct throws. You get this throw speed tutorial. It's got an interesting effect when lag comes into play in an online match. I'm gonna try to not say again. Good lord. It's been a long weekend, sorry. It has an interesting effect with lag where it'll throw and then rethrow. I think it's on a rollback system, but I can't say that to be sure. But it does get wonky when lag kind of falls into play. And if you've watched this channel for a while, I guarantee you have seen that I have some lag problems here and there. So I've seen it a few times. It's not debilitating, but it ain't fun, and it's really hard to deal with it. Learning the different throws, getting my style ready. Is this the one that took me a while? No, this was the easy one. The skill curves were the tough one. Which should not have been as tough as they are, since I play Street Fighter and fighting games, that kind of thing. Because it's really just, you know, Hadouken, Tatsumaki, so on and so forth. Difference was the timing. Timing is not good, not fun at all. But you know, once you figure it out, it becomes pretty easy. Got my boy Big Stan throwing them lobs. That was nowhere. That was bad. Like how I keeps my score back there though. Yeah, boy, 150. 150. We living it up. The really cool thing about this game is the scoring mechanism. I don't know why I couldn't throw that. The scoring mechanism is very interesting because if you see the little number on the middle, that is telling you how many points you're going to get if you score at this point. It seems to go up with volley, and it seems to go up with the amount of bouncing it does on the wall. So you actually have a better shot the longer the disc is in play. If you can get it going, I think the most that I've gotten was about 34 on one toss. I should not have gotten 34 on one toss, but it went back and forth so much that was where it got you. This actually might take a while. This should not take as long as it's going to. I apologize. We will see if we can't speed some of that up in a minute. Not this part, but when we get to the part that took me a while, we'll see if we can't speed that up just a little bit, because I don't want to have y'all here all day long. It took me a while to kind of understand the stuff they were saying in this section. The advanced tutorial is not hard, but it's definitely not the beginner's tutorial. So, I mean, nothing against it. They did a really good job explaining everything. It took me a second to kind of figure out exactly what it is they were telling me to do. And once I knew exactly what it was they were telling me to do, then, yeah. Like this part, it's easy peasy once you figure it out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So basically you get your super throw if you get to stand on the point and charge up for a bit. You get a super return if you do it on good timing. I don't get the perfect throw that often. I did get a return in a match though, a super return in a match. And it was pretty sick. It was pretty sick. It's something about making you feel like you know what you're doing, even if you don't. Here we go. Yeah. The Pythagoras. It's really, and that's the other thing. This game is very timing based, so it's difficult when you play online, and there is no real good timing system. All it takes is just a little bit of lag to throw you off the game. And I don't necessarily like that, but I also understand there's not a lot you can do about that. I mean, that's just like anything else. That is the nature of online gaming. You just gotta deal with it. Why do I suck so bad? Good lord. Get it together past me. I am dubbing this in the future, in the year 2001. Some of you get that. Messing my timing up. You know, I was trying to press a specific button for this and it just wasn't working. Deflection shield, this is my favorite thing. This is the thing that can get you in trouble though. The trick is if you charge your deflection shield all the way up. I'm not doing it now. If you charge your deflection shield all the way up once it hits, you get a free super. And that's pretty sick. It's a really neat tool, but it'll also get you in trouble if you don't use it sparingly and use it properly. So it's really fun. It's a nice added addition to this game. Kamehameha! Stuff block is also really cool. I think the stuff block is gonna come into play more when I start playing more doubles. Right now I'm playing a lot of singles just because I don't know the game very well. But I think once I start playing doubles, it's gonna be a bigger deal. And I can play the net a little bit better. I don't like to play the net now because unless I'm playing one of the faster characters, just because it's so hard to get back to the back. Look at that! Get down! All right, so this is the section that took a while. I'm not gonna make you watch all day. As a matter of fact, let's speed through this. This is the quick version of me failing miserably. So the trick is you have to put your input in to curve the disc yourself. It's not as difficult as I'm making it look here. I got it by luck one time, as you see, because I'm not able to duplicate it or replicate it. But it took a while for me to kind of get the timing of it. Again, I've played Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and that kind of thing, so I understand the motion. It just took me a while to kind of understand the timing of when to do it. But that's basically it. I'm going to show you a bit of an in-depth look at that when it comes to these wall skips. See, there I missed it because I just got the curve. This one requires you to do the full 180. So that one's another fail. Here we go. This is going to be the wall skip. You go over and then a half circle in front of you. Boom, 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 boom. Now, if you watch it in slow motion, it'll highlight the point where you're supposed to do it. I'm going to point out right here. It will show you when you do the motion right. And you get the little spin thing around you to let you know that you got the wall skip on that one. You can actually hear it's an audio cue, it's a visual cue. Everything's perfect for it. Perfect. That's what you're looking for. And again, it just takes a little bit of timing. As you see, I'll go over to the next side. You can watch it again from the bottom. Boom, boom, boom. It's not hard. It really isn't hard. But it did take a little time just to kind of understand the timing of when to press the button and when to do the motion. Because the motion itself is not done prior to the button press or while you're holding the button or anything like that. The button is just tapped. It's really right afterwards. It's almost like a reverse Street Fighter move. So instead of doing quarter circle forward, half circle forward, and then button, it's button and then your motion. And then he has a little guide there so you can kind of get an idea of where you're pointing and where you're moving, that kind of thing. This is the customization. I found out you get an achievement for winning a match with each individual character. So, you know, that's what I did. Right now I'm just perusing of their options, their skins and that kind of thing to see what we got. Kenna doing the ride 'em cowboy! Or cowgirl, I guess, in that case. She's mean, man. Loser and all that kind of stuff, just mean. From what I see, you unlock these every time you get 1,000 points. You can basically go to a giant machine and press a button and pull the lever, and you get like a little Pez or a Pog or whatever. It pops out. You take the time, and it'll put it in your inventory. I think I'm gonna run. Right now, I'm searching for a match. I I do like the fact you can go into the customization menu while searching for a match, so you can pick your character and all that jazz. So it's pretty sweet. Get him, Gator, get him. I like Gator. He's kind of an all-around fella. I did not know that at the time, but they actually give you a little list of what all the characters are and who they are and all that jazz, so you know what you're looking for before you get there. Looks like we found an opponent. Let's run through a match right quick to see how it works. This was the first match, and it's gonna be Gator versus Gator. He got a perfect throw. So again, it's like your lobs and your drop shots and all that jazz. It's really a lot like tennis. I will say this, even though I did not do it at that time, try not to overslide. Sliding is a good way to get around the court, I guess. But oversliding like that leads you to miss your target more often than not. It's usually a better idea to just run into it. Use your slide on those that are hard to get to. But if you're like me, you're a fan of mobility, and you're going to try your best to kind of move around as fast as possible, so you'll end up pressing that slide a little too much. I don't know what happened to him right here, but we'll take it. This first match I didn't kind of figure that out. Honestly, wow, he just caught that. I honestly didn't figure the slide thing out until I start playing with the ninja character, whose name escapes me, because her slide slash roll slash cartwheel dodge, whatever it is, good lord, it comes out so fast. It's really hard to manage, so sometimes it's just better to walk where you're going. Looking good on this first round. Oh, I should have said this. The score is to 50. It's first to 50 wins a set. The second to 50 wins a match. I don't know why. Again, you don't have to slide. All that sliding is not necessary. Good bounce. That was bad. Sir. Honestly, I think this game will get easier the more you kind of, understand how the disc moves. Once you see what's going to bounce off the wall, what's not going to bounce off the wall, what's being curved intentionally, what's doing the wall bounce. And again, the wall bounce is actually probably the easiest one, simply because, or the wall skipping, let me say that. It's probably the easy one simply because it gives you that visual and audio cue. So that was actually really good. He threw a curve that bounced off the wall. So I'm trying to catch the curve, but once it bounces, you get knocked. I'm not doing drop shot, there you go. Drop shots are very effective in this game because people like to play back to kind of catch the pop. Nobody wants to catch it off the bounce. They kind of want to catch it right before it goes in. So if you see them playing playing a lot deep, don't be afraid to hit them with that drop shot. Just square and back, well, on PlayStation at least, square and back, and you get what you need. Sometimes just a little straight shot will suffice. Also, people are kind of expecting speed. So if you let it go by itself, it goes out really slow, and that throws a lot of people off. I was hoping to get my super there, but it bounced around me. So now we got one more set to go. Hopefully we'll come out with a win on this one. With that there Gator. See? That's a good time to slide. That's a good time to slide. But while it's bouncing from wall to wall to wall, you don't have to do all that slide. Just get in the way. Also, try not to let it hit you in the back, because if it hits you in the back, you stumble and it goes into the free fall motion, like when you do a shield, and that allows them to retrieve and deal damage, or retrieve and get a good throw. I also saw this once. If you do a lot of drop shots, a lot of people will throw immediately, and if you can get in front of it, you can do a really good stuff on a 1v1 match. That was a smart move. Just didn't work. Mine was better. 37, we're doing alright. This is an inaugural matchup. This is Gator v Gator. That Gator dead. Gotta work on your angles. It's very easy to kind of this time. Like that one caught me with the curve. I think a lot of it's also me not watching the color. If you look at the color, you can see the curve before it gets there. And if I know it's a curve, then I know a lot more I can deal with. Nice. Nice. So we're 2 points away. We haven't had a really good volley, so I can't really show you that. See? What I tell you, it's that slow roll. Nobody ever expects it. No one expects the Inquisition. But anyway, that is DiscJam. I really hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to playing it. I thank you so much for watching. Peace out!